Hello everyone, today I'm going to be doing a video that I first saw on Cherry at Cherry Walker's channel. I will leave a link to her video in the description down below, and her video was originally inspired by an article that was put on a website called Bustle, and I will leave a link to that article in the description down below. And this article basically talked about 13 books that adults apparently regularly lie about having read, and the fact that this was even a thing was really funny to me. And then when I saw the books that were on this list, it got even funnier because I have literally no idea why you would lie about having read some of these books. Like, they're not like highbrow important books that everyone should have read or anything like that. I literally have no clue why some people apparently lie about having read some of these books. So basically what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go through these 13 books. I'm going to tell you if I've read them, if I think you should read them, or whether I'm just going to be totally upfront and honest and say no, I haven't read them. So I'm going to start with number 13. Number 13 on this list is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. No, I haven't read it. I may own a copy actually, or if I don't own a copy now, I certainly did at some point. I know it's a beautifully written, culturally important book, as I think a lot of Khaled Hosseini's books are. But no, I haven't read The Kite Runner. I am kind of semi-interested in it though, so I'm sure I will get round to it at some point, but as of today, no, I haven't read it. Number 12 is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Yes, I've read it. Yes, I would recommend it to psychological thriller fans and mystery story lovers. But I don't understand why people would lie about having read Gone Girl. If you want to read it, I'm sure it's quite readily available because it is such a popular book. I'm sure most libraries carry it. There's probably at least one copy in every charity shop out there. I don't get why people would lie about having read Gone Girl, but there you go. Number 11 is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey. No, I haven't read it, and no, I haven't seen the film, but I don't really know why, because it definitely sounds like something I would enjoy. I love anything to do with mental health. I love anything a little bit creepy, a little bit corrupt, anything set in or around mental health hospitals or asylums or anything like that I really love. So I don't know why I haven't read it, and I don't know why I haven't seen the film, because it definitely sounds like my sort of thing, so I'm sure I will get round to it at some point. Number 10 is The Godfather by Mario Puzo. No, I haven't read it, and no, I haven't seen the films, which I would probably say is more shocking than the fact that I haven't read the book. I'm just not really interested in mafia stories or anything like that, but I don't know, maybe I will get a random urge to read the book or see the films at some point, or maybe someone will come into my life and convince me that I need to watch them or whatever, because I know the films are very highly acclaimed and everybody loves them, but I don't know, they just don't really feel like my sort of thing, so yeah. Number 9 is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. Yes, I've read it. I've actually read that whole trilogy because it is the first book in the Millennium trilogy. And yeah, they're okay. They're not the best crime thriller books I've ever read. They were all quite chunky. All three of them are quite chunky books, so maybe that's why people lie about having read them. I don't know, but yeah, I would definitely recommend them if you like your sort of Scandinavian crime thriller stories, so yeah. Number 8 is Bridget Jones's Diary by Helen Fielding. Yes, I've read the book. Yes, I've seen the film several times. I think that might actually be one of those rare occasions where I do prefer the film to the book. Why would you lie about having read Bridget Jones though? It is very cute, fluffy. I think it's probably quite dated now, like it is very 90s, so if you wanted to read it now, you'd have to probably keep that in mind. But yeah, I definitely recommend it, especially if you are a fan of the film. It's probably quite cool to go back to the source material, but why on earth you would lie about reading Bridget Jones, I have no idea. Number 7 is The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum, and I was trying to think about this, and I don't actually think I've ever read the original story. I think I probably read like a kiddie picture book version when I was a kid, and I've seen the film loads of times. Obviously it's like a classic that's on every Christmas. But I don't think I've ever read the actual original version, and that might be quite interesting actually if I can maybe get like a nice little pretty vintagey copy or anything like that. I might be quite interested in picking that up and giving the original material a read. So yeah, but as of today, no, I haven't read it. Number 6 is Trainspotting by Irvine Welsh. No, I haven't read it. No, I haven't seen the film. I know there was either a sequel or a remake out recently, and obviously I haven't seen that either. I don't actually know too much about Trainspotting, so if you think that it might be the sort of thing I'd enjoy, let me know. But as of right now, no, I haven't read it. Number 5 is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. why on earth would you lie about having read The Hunger Games? Yes, I've read it. I've read the whole trilogy. I would thoroughly recommend it to anyone trying to get into YA dystopian. It's probably still the best dystopian series that I've read. But why you would lie about having read The Hunger Games, really? They're really easy to read. Just pick them up and I'm sure you will love them. They're very fast paced, very addictive. So yeah, I really don't get why you'd lie about having read The Hunger Games. Number 4 is The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Yes, I've read it. I've read most of Dan Brown's books, I think, and they're quite enjoyable. They are a little bit cheesy. I think you have to sort of take them with a little bit like a tongue-in-cheek attitude, take them not too seriously, but yeah, they are good fun. Again, I don't know why you'd lie about having read the Da Vinci Code. Yes, it's a popular book, but it's not exactly like a culturally important book or highbrow literature or anything like that. I don't get why you'd lie about having read that book, but apparently some adults do, so there you go. Number 3 is The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. No, I've read The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, but I haven't read the others, and I know like most people have, especially like most kids who are into their fantasy have probably read the entire Chronicles of Narnia. But no, I've only read The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and I probably will read them at some point, but I don't know, I just haven't so far, so there you go. Number 2 is Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. No, I haven't read those books, but I do have a bind-up, and I am actually planning on taking that bind-up of all 3 Lord of the Rings books with me on holiday in November, and I think that will probably be the only book that I take with me, because it is definitely a series that I want to read before the end of this year, and I'm really excited about going into that because I know obviously it's a fantasy classic, everybody loves them, so yeah, really excited to be reading those soon. And the number 1 book or book series that adults apparently lie about having read is the James Bond series by Ian Fleming. No, I haven't read them. I've actually only ever seen one of the films, and that was Skyfall, and I did really enjoy Skyfall, but I'm just not a massive James Bond fan. James Bond doesn't excite me as he does so many other people I know. But again, why would you lie about having read the James Bond books? I mean, seriously. If you want to read any book, just read it, and just be honest if you haven't read it. And some people will be like, oh my gosh, you haven't read that book. And you'll be like, no, I haven't read that book. But then if you want to read that book, then just go and read it. Reading isn't difficult, guys. You just pick up a book, you open the cover, and then you keep turning the pages until you see the back cover, and then you flip the back cover back over. And that's literally all you need to do. If you don't like a book, you don't have to finish it. Just put it down and then be honest that you didn't finish it. I just don't get the whole apparent lying about what you've read and what you haven't read. So there you go. If you want to do this video, it's a really, really interesting, funny little video to do, then obviously I'd recommend doing it. And that is all for today. So I will leave all of my social media in the description down below. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye bye.